So in my last video, I started building the baseboard, but did I screw it all up? Let's go and find out. So here we are. Welcome to Oxley Central. I'm Ian. So I'm just going to go through what I've been up to since the last video. So here we are. Last video I covered off building my baseboards and looked back and was really happy until later on the evening. I had a beer and suddenly thought that I've dropped a big clanger. And what I'd done is when I built the layout, I'd done it all around at the same level and realised actually I'm going to have a viaduct here and the other side will have an embankment. And of course this was at the same level. So I thought I was making good progress, and then obviously I had to redo all of this. I had to bring it up to about, I think it's 67 mil exactly, in order to get this level here, and of course this side here. So all a learning curve, but I managed to do it, and I kind of lost the days as to other stuff that I wanted to do. So what else I've been up to? Well, you can see I've started to track lay. I run the Voyager yesterday on these connected tracks just to make sure that everything was okay. And I had one slight derailment, just again a learning curve, and it was because this part here was too close to the track, and what happened was when the knob was fully in, the loco was just catching and then derailing, so that's rectified now. You can see Oxley depot, so in my sunny hometown of Wolverhampton. Well, it's sunny today anyway, it was yesterday as well, but you see that's under progress here. There's a few areas I'm not quite happy about. I'm not quite sure on this area, to be honest with you. I suspect I might go one of those three-way points, because I want another one that comes off here. So I've had to stop this weekend because I need some points. I've used everything I've got, particularly because I've just changed track plans as I started to build it. But essentially we have this track which will go all the way alongside the building, and then we'll join up over the back there, which is, anybody knows Oxley Central, that running line is for the carriage wash. So I've ordered one of those. That should be here at some point next week. The depot itself, arguably, yeah, it's probably a more of a traction depot, but I really like these models. I saw this by a seller on eBay. I bought one of these models years and years and years ago and sold them, and wish I hadn't, except this time I'm actually seeing this layout to completion as opposed to what I did 11, 12 years ago. The idea is I'm going to have 3 of these in total. Again, typical of Oxley, not quite the same building design, but I don't really have the skills or knowledge yet to really do scratch build from start. Something I'll explore later on in this project build. But for now, the guy is making some more. I just have to be very patient, and as soon as it comes up on eBay, I'll have to grab some. So if anybody wants the link to that, then I'm happy to share that. So this area, about 8 foot, just over. And you see we've got the 4 main running lines that go straight down the middle. All the sidings on the left, so we've got 3 plus the straight through for the carriage wash. And then there'll be another 2 tracks that end here that come from the opposite side, because that's the way Oxley's modelled. And there'll be 2 further sidings here. So I've got, as I said in my other video, I've got 2 Pendolinos, 2 Pendolinos on order, and I'm going to order another one today, so I've got 3. But talking to Pendolinos, I've just set this up this morning. It's a book set. Some of you will know it's a book set, which is the DVT and 3 carriages, and I've spent the last 6 months and a small fortune getting what I want. I do need another second class carriage, so if anybody knows one going for sale, please reply in the comments in this video, if you don't mind. I've struggled to find a few, but luckily I was on the Engage forum a couple of weeks ago, and a really nice chap said, I think there's 2 for sale at Conforth Models. So I called them up, had a chat with the guy there. Fantastic service. A big shout out to Conforth Models, and I managed to get a twin pack. So at the minute I'm running 8 carriages. I would like a 9th just to complete it for authenticity. So we've got the DVT on the one end, and then we've got Jeff Tracy this end. So in terms of control, I just picked this up on eBay last week, 50 quid I think it was, just so I can do some testing. I'm eventually going to go something a little bit more adventurous when I'm ready, but for now that'll do, just for, you know, testing and you know, just making sure that my track is perfect and there's no issues really. So that's where we are with that end. Like I say, I can't do any more till I've got a couple more points arriving for this area, but I can hopefully do some more next week. Over to the viaduct. So we've got 4 lines running there now. Corner's a little bit tight admittedly, but I'm sure I can tighten that up somehow or other as I go along. And again here I'm just waiting for some curved points. Station, so it's obviously not cut to length just yet, but in terms of the width, I really toyed around with how to do my platforms. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos by a lot of sort of well-known other model railway builders, and some were messy, some were time-consuming, some just didn't look authentic. I didn't want to go down the cardboard route, so I've particularly gone down the plywood route. I actually measured up what I wanted, went to B&Q, picked the wood up, gave them the measurements, and then they cut this. So at some point there'll be a curvature here, which is for platform 1A Wolverhampton, and then further down the bottom you've got platform 1B, which is just the local trains that go to Warsaw or occasionally to Birmingham. And we've got platforms 2, 3, and I'm just toying around with perhaps doing platform 4, which is the new platform at Wolverhampton. But I'm not quite sure on that, because my viaduct bridge will run down here, and for those that know Wolverhampton, there's a main road that goes through, and back in the day they used to stable the 86s and the 87s on top of the bridge. So when trains used to come from Shrewsbury, they were diesel hauled, and they would change over at platform 3 to electric. So not quite sure on that. I'll see how I'll get on. But just going back to the platforms briefly, I've got a couple of trick ideas up my sleeve, and I'll update with progress as and when I can. So all in all, not bad progress in the last couple of weeks. Just showing my last half a day here, but like I say, it's all learning curve, all good. So yeah, I will see you in a couple of weeks' time, update you with the next progress. Hopefully 90% of the track will be laid, and I will have the platforms finished. So thanks for watching, and big shout out to all the other guys who've got YouTube channels that I've learnt so much from. That's really appreciated. I'll speak to you soon, everybody. Look after yourselves, take care. Bye bye.